Principal town of the Chatham Islands, 800 kilometres east of nature.
For many New Zealanders, the Chatham Islands is the last place they hear about on the radio weather reports, and the news is usually bad. On the television weather, the Chathams are just off the map. The abundant seafood was what made these islands habitable for the Moriori, and then there was the crayfish boom of the 60s. Even now, fishing is still the backbone of the island's economy. This is quite rough out here, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
Would you normally be about a day like this? Is this exceptional?
Well, I was out the day before on the Monday. It was 35, 45 knots.
That's pretty rough.
Overboard. We only are living like this, so nothing for us.
You nicknamed Raro. Does that mean you're Rarotonga?
Yes.
How long?
My parents come from there.
How long have you been in the Chatham?
64. Right. I was here for a holiday. Been here too.
Seems to be a common enough story in these parts.
Yeah. You find most of the blokes come down here for a working holiday and they like the place.
Tell us about the boom times in the 60s. What was it like?
Oh, 300 odd boats there, 350 I think. Now I think there's only about 65 boats in the industry right on the island now.
What sort of catches were they getting in those days?
Oh, anything from a ton up to 3 ton a day.
What would they do? Were they just ripping the tails off out at sea there?
Yes, they're viscerating, storing the bodies off and dumping the bodies and freezing the tails there.
You're not allowed to do that now, are you?
No.
Must have been gold in these waters in those days.
Yeah, well, the price at that time would have been only about $1.60, $1.80 American. That was top dollar then.
Is that right?
Well, today you're getting up to $35, $40 a kilo. Okay, mate.
On the Chathams, those who aren't fishing are farming. Much of the island is peat swamp, but along this coastal shelf and through the low-lying centre of the island, the original bush cover has been stripped away in favour of pasture for the Chatham's other main inhabitants, sheep and cattle.
There's only 1/3 of this island developed. There's 2/3 to do. Now, all that fern land, it's 80,000 acres. You can develop to 4 sheep to the acre. There are 170,000 sheep on the island today. The potential here on 120,000 acres is 500,000 sheep.
How many years have you farmed here?
Well, from late 1920s to now, well, till 2 years ago, I've leased my property to my son. He's up on the meatworks.
Well, it's a wonderful old house. How long have you been here?
60 years.
60 years.
It was built by a man who was a trader here named Walter Hood. He runs a sailing ship which provided for the island, and he used to trade to Auckland, and he brought back the kauri timber from Auckland for the people here, and he brought this for himself. It was built mostly by a German man, William Boki, in 1886.
He obviously did a very good job indeed.
Oh, yes. Well, I think that Hood built it for himself. He put the best quality stuff in it.
Well, the house has obviously served you well. Has it been pretty tough for farming here, particularly in those early days?
A lot of them today, they think I'm a terrible liar with the things, how the conditions that were here when I came here were plenty of nothing. There was no war, no roads, no council. Oh, the place was full of nothing.
But obviously you've turned the island, you and people like you have turned into a pretty successful enterprise.
Well, it's gone some of the way, but we've been robbed for 150 years. Now the main robber is the government, and we've got to get that back.
You obviously feel strongly about what the government has done for you, or hasn't done here.
Well, I'm not the only one. You heard some of the names the government's been called about taking everything, it wouldn't be printable.
It appears to be. Is this some regular thing, this dart tournament, or?
Yeah, it's once a week.
Is that right?
Not all year, but part of the year.
There do seem to be a surprising number of women on this island. Are there more women than men here?
I don't think so. If you come down here on the average night, I know I've been down here plenty of times and I've been down to female. Or been to like party and I'm a female. But mainly down here, sometimes you're completely outnumbered by guys.
Right. Well, I guess that's not altogether a bad situation.
Oh.
And you think you'll stay here on the island?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. You know exactly what I want. Yeah.
How old are you?
19.
19. It's quite good that someone your age feels so strongly about these things.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
You've had enough of a look around and you've decided, have you?
Yeah, I've been out to New Zealand a couple of times. I went out to boarding school out in Christchurch for about 5 years. And I've been out there on a holiday too. So, yeah, and you go out there and you sort of, everything's a buzz. Everything's a buzz for about a week. You ain't done nothing, shopping, bloody million pubs you can go to and people everywhere, you know. Sometimes you can just sit in the square or wherever and just sit there. And you sit there for hours and you just look, because everyone's so different. And yeah, it lasts about a week and then you want to come home. I stayed out for 2 months and when I come home, boom, everything was flat. Just, you get out there and you think, wow, I really do have the good life. Yeah, I've got the good life.
And how long does it go on for tonight?
Don't know. After this, we've got a game of singles as well.
All right.
So that takes a while. It's going to be late night.
It's going to be late night. And
you guys better stick around and see what the women get up to after that.
This genial chap here, Tommy Solomon, was the last of the full-blooded Moriori of the Chathams. When first discovered by the Europeans, the Moriori had flourished here for 500 years. They declined as a people at the hands of several invaders. First it was the sealers out of Sydney who stripped away the vast steel resource which supplied so much of the food. Then in the 1830s, an invasion of the Aotearoa people of the Waikato reduced the Moriori to the status of slaves in their own island. Many were killed. The spirit of a people were broken. Their decline terminal. By 1930, Tommy was the only one left. He was apparently somewhat larger than this, but the local people saw fit to depict him in his prime. Tommy's passing was supposed to be the end of a people, with only the tree carvings at Hapupu to remind us that they were ever here. But it's not quite as simple as that. Te Awi Paki, the way of the flounder. It was at this traditional meeting ground at the entrance to the great central lagoon that the Moriori gathered to decide how they should react to the presence of the Maori invader.
Our people used to fight many years ago, and there was a chief called Nunuku who called the warring tribes together and laid a curse on them, saying that if from here onwards you will stop fighting, or he put a curse on them that their bowels will rot.
When the Maoris did arrive here, what happened?
Well, our people welcomed them. They were in a very bad state from coming off the ship, which they come down from Wellington. And our people helped them ashore, assisted them to regain their strength.
And what happened next?
The Maori way was to walk the land and take it over by conquest, of which they did. Right.
And at that point, the Moriori had to make a decision about what they were going to do.
Yes, and they gathered here to whether they were going to take up arms after all those years, whether they were going to stay as they were. They decided to stay as they were.
And there followed a fairly rough period for the Moriori.
Yes, to say the least, yes. They were slaughtered, enough were killed to meet the custom of those days for marriage, and then they were enslaved, forbidden to breed, if you like to put it, and so they fished for their masters, done everything for their masters at that time.
Has this been resolved? Do the Moriori feel today that they were actually conquered here?
No, the Moriori have never given up that the land was taken away from them unfairly. And we have a claim with the Waitangi Tribunal on that.
Are you reasonably confident that the Moriori will establish their own individual claim and that things will go ahead on that basis?
If it's left up to those descendants, we intend doing just that.
Down on the beach in Waitangi, it's reported they killed 70 and cooked them up there in where the parking area for the cars at the pub. And they done 50, for another party at Taraki, that's the way out to the west. And they had a party there, they killed 50 and cooked them. Well, there was others from here and there. I've seen skulls, about here and there. They've all been killed with a tomahawk. You'd see the tomahawk about 3 inches long and half an inch on their head.
And what happened to the rest of them?
Oh, there was a big lot of them died of European diseases, hundreds of them.
I've been having a look at this manuscript here, David. You've obviously been doing a lot of work on it. How long have you been working on it?
Well, I was collecting the things for about 25 years. I was pressured by Norman Kirk and other members of Parliament and various other island people to do it, so it was easier to do it than to put up with their pressure.
Right, so this contains lots of sort of stories and anecdotes passed on to you. One heading there was Tommy Solomon's whiskey.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was all this? Did he used to make a bit of whiskey, or?
No. This was a proclaimed district, the same as the King Country. Maoris from half caste upwards were not allowed to take liquor off. They were only allowed to drink on licensed premises, never to finish. If they were found with a bottle, they went for skate. Well, Tommy Solomon was one. He wasn't allowed to buy any. But he sent an order to Forbes Littleton, who was a big shop there, to send him 5 gallons of whiskey and a case of port wine. Well, they sent it down. And the local policeman, a man named Fry, he heard of it and he went over to see Tom. And yes, Tom says, I got it, but it was a big mistake. I sent for 5 gallons of vinegar and a case of tomato sauce. And they've muddled it up somehow or other. So that's how it was.
What's this room through here?
This is a sitting room, dining room, sitting room, whatever.
I'll put the light. Could I put the light on?
No, there's no light. We don't have power in this part of the house.
You don't have power in here?
No. We spoil our ceilings with cords.
Oh, good idea. It's a beautiful ceiling, isn't it?
Not enough gap between this and the top story, and of course you can't put the cords through, you see, you'd spoil all that.
Do you mind if I have a look through here?
You can have a look in there.
Gee whiz. Lots more things in
You don't want to sit in the Queen of Tonga's chair.
Is that the Queen of Tonga's chair? I would like to, actually, in due course. What about this down here? Is that a real tortoise shell?
Yes, it's a real turtle. Turtle. What is it?
Turtle, or I never know the difference.
No,
Where did you get that from?
David's mother was given that from Tonga. Nui, is it Nui?
Yeah.
Nui. Dr. Ellison's wife gave it to her.
And all these pictures on the wall here, where did you pick them up along the way?
Over here.
Yeah, were they here?
Yes. Yes, David's people had them. And I nearly cried when I saw that one over Mount Ruapehu. I got very homesick. All at once got very homesick.
You lived near there, did you, as a child?
12 miles to the top of it.
Yeah.
Arakuni, the ski field? Yes, 3 miles from Arakuni.
Would you mind, would it be all right if I actually sat in the Queen of Tonga's
You can
chair?
sit in it. You can
Be a rather
sit in
lovely
it.
moment for me.
Privilege is yours.
It's a very luxurious chair, I must say. With a lovely view of the room, this would be very nice
won't
indeed.
comment.
Do I look sufficiently majestic in it?
Very so. You can't.
You're a very charming person. Well, we better get on.
Well, don't we go and see if the kettle's boiling?
What a lovely idea. Thank you very much. Feeling the cold a bit.
Except tomorrow night, of course, when you've got the Minister for Internal Affairs coming down to the wharf, when he's going to be thinking about how much media publicity he can get out of very kindly built shed for us that's not quite big enough.
And you're listening to Radio Weka on 92.1 FM, as we jocks like to say here. I'm Simon the Juggler, Radio Weka's very own compact disc jockey.
Well, here we are at the Centennial War Memorial Hall, the base, I'm told, for Radio Weka, the local radio station. And I'm also told that I have to get to it through the ladies' toilet. It's a bit of a first for suffrage here. Let's go and have a look. Oh, hi, there must be Simon. Pleased to meet you, Simon. I might sit down and have a listen to Radio Weka, if you don't mind.
Well, yeah, I was just about to get one of my colleagues from the island to read the weather. Do you want to read the weather for us?
There's a front, 30 south, 174 west, 39 south. Am I supposed to be reading all this?
Yeah, that's people love it.
47 south, 180 moving southeast, 20 kT. This is all a foreign language there, but I'm sure it means a great deal of people.
KT means not.
Not Lily
to that.
Thank you, Simon. Within 240 miles east-southeast of front. Northeasterly, 35 knots. A change to northwest, 20 knots this morning, then gradually rising to 30 knots today. A very rough sea easing. A little bit of easing. Rain with visibility down to 3 kilometres, easing to a few showers around midday. Outlook following 80 now, northwest rising to 35 knots. Do I have to read the copyright meteorological service?
I sometimes do, but only when I'm not concentrating. Now, the phone's ringing. Is it a fax machine? Yeah, can you press the green button over there? Got loads of people in the studio, lots of mothers, little helpers today. And I'm going to play a record. It's complete pot luck. I haven't even looked to see what it is, but I do know it's rock and roll, and I'm going to start playing pretty damn soon.
We are going to hunt wekas, are we?
Yep.
Yeah? How do we hunt these things?
Well, I'll just walk through here, go into the wind.
Into the wind, this is important. We don't have to disguise ourselves as wekas or anything like that.
No.
Put on a uniform or anything.
No, you're right.
Yeah, oh, good. And how come you're allowed to catch these things down here? You're not allowed to do it anywhere else in New Zealand?
Oh, they're not protected. There's heaps of them around.
Why are they not protected here? Just the fact of the numbers?
Yeah, I think so, just at the numbers here.
Do they have any nuisance value for people here?
Oh, yeah, some people call them pest nuisance, but they're not. I don't think they are really, because they're good tucker, and also a lot of farmers are stopping weka hunters going on their property now, because the wekas do some good. They eat grass scrub and that sort of thing. They make a mess of the paddocks or what. So there's some good things and some bad things.
Right. What do you mean, got one? Oh, well, good.
Come here, lady.
You have to hope that she brings them back. Is that the story?
You play around a bit and she'll bring it back. Got to grab them quick, otherwise you'll drop them.
Right. So, what happens next?
Well, you usually smack them on the head or break their necks.
Right. So how many would you expect to get from a trip out like this?
Well, depending on how many dogs you got, really. You can get a couple of good dogs, you can get 100 a night.
Yeah.
I usually go out and get 15, 20. It's the hardest part to come here, and that's plucking them.
Well, we're well on the way, aren't we? Got a few there now. Where are we in relation to the truck?
I don't know.
Oh.
No,
It's a shame. I suppose that's a good thing about being on an island, really. Once you sort of walk 360 k's in a circle, you're bound to end up where you started out. It's not the sort of pastime that a lot of people want to spend time doing. You'd hardly call it fun, would you? It's sort of food gathering, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's the way you look at it. You don't say to another, let's go and have a social night wicker hunting or anything.
Well, sometimes it can turn into quite a social night.
Can it? Well, how do you turn this into a social night? It's a matter of interest.
Bring a few dozen and a
Yeah?
bottle of rum or something.
Do you mind if I have a piece of this?
No, get into it. Chuck a bit of salt on it.
Yeah. Well, you've got all the condiments here. That's what we like to see. So, how many of these did we get tonight?
30.
Yeah?
30 odd, yeah.
What are you going to do with them all?
I'll just put them in clean them all up and put them in the freezer for winter tucker.
Well, it's very nice. It's got a strong taste, doesn't it? It makes chicken taste bland by comparison.
This will be the last meal you'll get them. Like, you get them all year round, but this is the only time of year they're fat enough for you.
They don't look nearly as attractive when they've been disrobed.
Facility. The handing over of this installation marked the end of an era when the government controlled most aspects of island life. The islanders are being set loose onto the free enterprise level playing field. So there is a lot to prepare, and for some, party turns to rehearse.
Do you have any royal visits like this?
No, we don't want them either.
You going to have a few words to him while he's here about the state of things?
I've got nothing to say. I come here to see this chappie here.
You going to go down to the opening of the walk tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be a good party, I hear.
Hope so.
You making a speech?
Do you want me to?
Nearly everybody else.
No, we'll leave it for them chappies over there. They're the experts. And the beauty of it is, we'll have a look on the way back. There's the fisherman's wharf. It's lowered down at the far end there, and it's given that a complete shelter there as well.
Yeah. And so every one of those rocks has come out of that lot of trees, even though they look like a lot of clay content.
How you doing? You've just arrived back, haven't you? Have you?
Yeah, they had it for a while.
Yes. How long's a while?
A few days in a row.
Is it right? Do you realise you've arrived at the very same moment that the Honourable Minister of Internal Affairs is just over there inspecting the wharf?
No, I had no idea. What's he doing down this time?
Well, he's obviously come to do something. I just thought maybe, did you feel the urge to wander over there and line up and be inspected or something like that?
Not really. I'll go and get a rum, I think, first. Looking for the rum, not the minister. What's he going to give us? Anything?
I don't know. You coming along to the opening ceremony tonight in case something happened?
Yeah, we'll be answering now. We're here. Not going back out there.
Right. So is this your church over here, Levi?
Oh, yes. This is St. Augustine's. It's the oldest church on the island. 108 years old now.
Is that right? And you also got the reputation on the island, of course, of being the #1 flounderer. So where are you going to take me?
Well, we're going to get flounders, I hope.
Now, is this the right sort of conditions for this floundering business? Is the water clear enough or murky enough? Or
Well, it's like everything else. If you don't put your net in, you won't get any fish, will you?
That's very profound too. That's exactly what I expected of you, Riwai. I can see why you're a man of the cloth. You've got a philosophical bent there.
Well, that's right. I mean, if we leave it on, we won't get a flounder.
No, that's true. All right, okay.
And I hope I'm in the right place.
So, what do we do now, Riwai? Do we...
Well, if you'd like to say a prayer, you can.
Well, it's more your department. It's probably more successful.
They'll come.
And what, do we come back tomorrow and pick this up?
Come back tomorrow morning. Or sometime tomorrow.
I tell you, Riwai, are you Maori or Moriori or what?
Chatham Islanders.
Chatham Islander?
Yep. You heard of the Chatham Islanders?
Well, it's unusual you say that because there seems to have been this resurgence on the island of people deciding that they're Moriori or Maori or one group or another. You're not into that?
Well, of course I am. I'm into a lot of it. I'm a bit of everything. Oh, what they left out at the park yard. More park yard, just as much park yard than anything else.
Is that right?
Yeah. I'll tell you what, if it hadn't been for some of the park out here, there'd be no Chatham Islanders, I don't think.
Yeah, do you think that this interest in things Moriori amongst people who have that cultural background is important, this redevelopment of these ideas, or?
Well, you know, I said to you, I thought I went to Hawaii, didn't I?
Right, so you mentioned that on the way down.
When I went there, I went to a bishop's conference. And this chap, one of the bishops said, well, never mind what happens. I don't want to go back to the old ways. But you know, the old punga hut, the dog scratching at the front door. He said, I'm too fond of my electric blanket now. So, yeah, you know, we don't want to go back.
Right.
No.
You've been a minister for how long?
6 years.
You obviously had a long and varied career working at all sorts of different things.
No, I didn't. No, I'd only in one job for 30-odd years in the racing game. The best games ever to be in. You meet all sorts of people there.
Right.
Good people, you meet rich, you meet poor, and all sorts. And never mind, you meet a lot of good people there.
And you were away from the island for quite a long time, though, weren't you?
34 years. Yeah.
Right. Why did you decide to come back?
Well, home is always home, isn't it? Home is home, wherever it is. This is my home here.
How old were you when you left the Chathams?
14.
So you went to school here.
Yeah.
What was it like here then?
Well, life's hard wherever you are. I mean, we didn't know any difference. We were here on the Chatham. There we had to live. Didn't make any difference.
Yeah.
Nothing but a difference.
You've got a pretty optimistic, positive attitude to life, I must say.
Well, I hope I can keep it up for about another 20 years.
Well, it keeps the flounder rolling in.
Yeah.
We better go, I suppose.
Okay.
We can get out of here before it gets too dark.
Yes, we've got to get along to this thing tonight, too.
That's right. There's a lot happening in town. We don't want to miss out on anything.
I've got to be there.
Well, as long as you can assure me that... The great New Zealand tradition of speechifying is about to begin. Believe it or not, although we're in the Chathams in a very cold shed in the depths of winter, we are about to hear 10 speeches live and another 2 speeches by satellite link.
Tēnā koutou katoa, kua tai mai nei tēnei rā.
I'm not really sure that I can say all that I could say in just a couple of words, but I'll try and keep it short or brief.
I cannot be with you in person on this important day, but I send you my greetings and good wishes.
It's a privilege and a pleasure to be here tonight. I haven't had as much fun since the bicentennial ball, when a bolger of one kind invited a bolger of another up onto the dance floor. I remember that very clearly.
Come up to tēnā iwi e pēnei, tēnā koutou katoa. It's good to sort of be here, see the flag on the wall, as the minister responsible for the flag, and particularly behind me a new flag, which is your flag, and this is only apparently a 7-day-old new Chatham Island logo. And I want to say it's a good logo.
Bless our Queen Elizabeth, her family, and the family of nations she upholds.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure now to declare this, your new wharf facility, officially open.
by no means simple. A few minutes ago, a mooring rope broke, and 2 men are now on their way to the island hospital. Today.
We're nearly finished discharging today. We're just trying to get rid of this. There's a heavy container here that's blocking the wharf. Right. And then we're ready to load livestock.
And how do you get the livestock on?
We form a race, and then there's either 2 ways. If the weather's good, we race them on using the race there.
Right.
But in adverse weather, then we use them containers. Lift them on in a container.
That would be a fairly long process.
It's a long process, but it gets the job done.
Well, here we have the moment of truth. Are there any flounder in the net? We'll soon know. Oh, yeah.
Now, if you just take that net and just take it in quietly.
And there's no other way to do it, as far as I can see.
You'll have to go. I'm starting to sink.
Okay.
You're going to have a lot of fun after getting all that weed out there. Don't worry, are you?
I'm really looking forward to the weed part. It'll be really good.
I want to get out of the water.
It's nothing but self, isn't it? Oh, dear me. Trying to get good help. I suppose I better come and give you a hand, had I?
Well, it'd be a help. Would be a help.
Yeah, I don't want to be too much of a help. Otherwise you'll get used to having me here. Oh, that looks heavy too. Oh, what?
Well, we'll get to the shore.
Yes, we can. Well, what do you reckon? That impresses me.
Well, always thankful for small mercies. We're lucky to get that many.
That's great, yeah. Do you find your nose always runs when you do this? Well, I'm finding.
Like this. You know, you want to see yourself there. There you go.
Who will you be giving these to? Who will benefit from this?
Well, most of the old people. Or anybody. Until I've given what I've got. Once they've gone, they're gone.
It must be a big help to people in these straitened financial times to have this sort of thing offered to them.
Oh, nice fresh fish. Couldn't get any fresher.
That's dead right. Well, here we have it, Centennial Memorial Hall. And today, the champagne opening of the Women's Suffrage Arts and Craft Exhibition. Let's see who turns out on a day like this. What's the aim of the suffrage group as such?
Get a lot of people involved, like this art and craft exhibition. You know, a lot of people think they're not talented, and if you look around, you can see that they are.
Now, back on the mainland, of course, quite a few women's groups have got together with various political campaigns or ideas for women's suffrage here. Are you doing the same thing here?
Yes, we had some Oprah Winfrey cake, and we had an evening on... what was the Oprah Winfrey cake? What was that about?
Self-esteem.
Self-esteem.
Right.
Yes, and we had some women turn out there. And it was good.
All the Oprah Winfrey shows I've ever seen are all about sex and things. I wouldn't have thought that's been a terribly good idea.
People do have sex on the island.
Oh, right. But they don't discuss it, I hope, as much in public as what people do back on the mainland.
Oh, no.
No.
I think the ones who did turn up got a lot out of it. And we have a lot more things to come. Cooking on things like pasta. which, you know, men over here, if you dish up a bowl of pasta or rice, you know, you might look quite like easy to throw them back at too.
I think women basically down here, don't know if I should say this. Women down here. I think women down here, their talents aren't recognised, and I think a lot of men, or I don't know if I'm right in saying that, but I know that some men would like women to be in the kitchen, there for ingredients, right? Would you like to say?
From the point of view of someone who comes from a long way away from the island, what do you think distinguishes people here?
I think they're very self-reliant. They often won't call you for things that most people would, which is great from my point of view. You know, they only call you if they need you. So they're very
carry out surgery on themselves, would they?
Exactly, absolutely. I'm not joking. Someone rang up the other day, just before I came here, and said, you know, can I sew this chap up with a needle and cotton? It's this sort of thing, which I think is reasonably common.
Now, obviously, there's some quite important changes going on the island in all sorts of areas. We have the opening of the wharf, for example, this week. Does this symbolise in some way the sort of cutting off of ties from New Zealand to the Chathams?
The Chathams have got to survive like Norfolk Island, Shetland Islands and the Falkland Islands survive, using their own resource, using the ability and the capability of people in their area for their future generations. We want to become like a Nauru Island, where you go for compensation 60, 70 years on. I don't think that way. We're going to be very careful with resource, use it wisely, conserve it, and the future generations will be well on the Chatham Islands. The New Zealand's point of view of life today is get what you can and to hell with anybody else. And I think probably some of those people who come to the Chathams have created this financial asset, and they're using the benefits of that asset back in mainland New Zealand. It would be like Australia coming to New Zealand possibly and fishing all through the Wellington area or wherever, and they take all your fish and then they take it home with them back to another country. You wouldn't accept that.
What do you think of the opponents here? If you don't mind me saying so, there's some pretty big lads in the other team over there, the Wickers. Yeah. It's not too late to reconsider this, you know. You could slip across the fence there, no one know you've even been here.
Yeah, well, now you mention it, I'm thinking of doing it.
How long have you been in this team?
About 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
How come you're playing in the game?
Well, we got roped into it last night. It's Kiwis versus Weckers, and they just needed numbers. I'm from Coangarra, so all the boys from Coangarra should be here, but it all got organised a bit late and I didn't hear about it.
Right.
Yeah.
So your fishing boat's in town, so you thought you might as well wander along.
We're fishing out south the pit, doing a bit of line, and then got blown in the air. This is our 5th day in here. Spent all our money. Paid some wages for the girls down at the pub.
So you just pick up a jersey when you arrive?
Yeah. Well, this is what I've been wearing for the last 5 days, actually. These are my good threads. These are my stepping out clobber, actually.
You got your rugby boots somewhere?
No, this is it, mate.
What? You're going to play on these boots?
Yep.
That might slow you down a bit, though.
Strong as an elephant, quick as a cat.
We got 3 days for the Kiwis! Kiwis, straight down for Wackers!
by Rana Joseph, modelled by Nio Puta. Pink and white spots, gathered waist to a V, cross over back at shoulders, button at back and waist.
It's appropriate at the end of this documentary with women having a women's night out. This, after all, is suffrage year, and the women of this community seem to hold it together.
And it's linen, Japanese material. It's got a pleat in the back with one button, and now when Nellie gets very hot, she just undoes the button, and it opens, and she lets the fresh air in. Now, here's our model, Sally Donaldson, and this is made by herself. It's a tracksuit with a reversible top, charcoal grey and pink. She makes sports clothes when she has the time, but buys most other clothes. You show us the other side, Sally. Very nice, Sally, yes.
Now, that brings us to the next part of our show. Woman challenging the future. Woman being resourceful. And how appropriate in this day and age of resource management. Only just the other day, our council hired a firm from New Zealand to write the resource management plan for the Chatham Islands. Well, our next two models in this section could actually teach them a thing or two about resource management.